Another person that we lost recently, just this past week, that we haven't talked about, is Garth. We lost Garth Hudson. And
man, I thought you were going to say Garth Brooks. I was
No,
like,
no.
I didn't hear about that.
I don't even know who that is.
we lost Garth Hudson, and that was another one that
Yeah,
really
man, what a
made
legend.
me fucking sad.
He might be the originator of Americana.
There's, as a Canadian, there's a good chance he was. Yeah, yeah. Again, it's funny. Like, so the band is that's my favorite group of people to ever play together.
Man, I love the band.
And I love that group because it does this magical thing that is really hard to put your finger on. But when I listen to them, and this is the reason I love them as a kid, and even if I couldn't put my finger on it then, you're simultaneously hearing 5 complete individuals who have their own voice, their own musical voice, their own things to say, and yet somehow simultaneously become this singular thing when they play together.
Yeah.
And it's this weird juxtaposition of these two things happening at once, of these 5 incredibly unique men who had very distinct, idiosyncratic things to say, and yet when they were together, it sounded of a whole. And Garth was a huge part of that. Obviously, this is not something people don't know, but Garth, when he joined the band, he was the only member of the band who had a formal musical education. I mean, Garth is truly, I think,
he gave him all lessons, right?
Yeah, he did. The only way he justified being in it, because his parents were like, there's no way you're joining this fucking band. The only way he justified it was, he was like, they all need to pay me like however much a week to give them lessons. So he justified it to his parents as, I'm teaching this band, as like, which I think is hilarious. But I truly think he was just one of the best on a technical level. I think he's just one of the best American musicians ever. Or I call him American, but
He's American.
yeah, American,
North American.
Yeah, North American. Just
Maybe not in the United States.
I really do genuinely think his musical mind was staggering. But the reason that I love him, I think of this is a long-winded explanation, but I think Garth is worth it. Yeah. I'm reminded of the last show that they played with Bob Dylan in the 1966 tour. There are 3 shows that stand out on that tour. There's the May 17th show, which is the Judas show. There's the May 24th show, which is his birthday show, which is just fucking insanity. And then there's the last show of the tour, which is the 27th. And the last show of the tour, right before they played the last song, Bob introduces the band, which he had never done on that tour before, and of course, who wants to introduce a band when everyone's fucking screaming at you for 2 hours, you know what I mean? And just booing you and throwing shit at you. But he introduces the band and he says, they're all poets. And if it comes out that way, it comes out that way. And that's why I love Garth, is because he was such an incredible musician on a technical level, just his musical mind is just staggering.
Yeah.
But he had things to say. And that is just such a beautiful combination. And that's true of all those men. And I'm deeply sad, which is a strange thing to say because I've never met any of them. I'm deeply sad they're all gone. And it's a real shame that Garth was the last to go.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad we got as much as we did, though. I think Garth's amazing, and he's always kind of been my favorite member of the band. Him and Levon, for sure. But yeah, there's just something about the way that Garth played everything. Like his keys playing was awesome. His accordion playing was great.
His sax playing.
Yeah, he did a lot of triple layered sax stuff on the.
He could literally play any fucking instrument and not like oh, I'm gonna.
No, he
I
played
can
it.
He played.
He would play it.
I mean, that's. I think that
he didn't mess around. There was
there was none of that. None of that.
Well, that's lack of ego. Garth didn't seem to have much of an ego. He just cared that the music was good.
Yeah,
and I think that's the mark of a great player.
And I think also just a really beautiful testament to him is throughout the course of all of their lives, all of those men at many points made a real conscious effort to say how much they respected him and
Yeah.
how much they thought, how highly they thought of his playing as a musician. I mean, and when Levon Helm is telling you that, or I mean, any of those guys, that's something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And I think that he is up there with the best of the best. Well, I'm sad.
To
he's
Garth.
Gone. Yeah, to Garth.
We'll finish off this Tito's.
Cheers.
If we get the sponsor here.
There you go. we'll get that Tito's sponsorship soon enough. Anyway, not to bring the mood down, but just I thought,
oh, man.
No, that was a wholesome moment right there.
Worth pointing out. I mean, there's a lot of great musicians out there, and it's sad when some of the best go. Hey, if you like that clip, go check out our main channel at Roosic Podcast, where you can hear the full podcast.